way, because I've just checked his runes.
Yeah. Yeah, I drink too much water while casting. It's a
So you
bad
pee all the
habit.
time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, I do the same, don't worry about it. I drink a lot, so. A lot of everything.
Yeah, I figured. No, I've gone through 1.5 liters during that last game.
Yep, I drink all sorts. I have to be careful with my pop obsession because it's so nice to have pop. It requires so little effort. But what I generally do is get a pop bottle,
Yeah.
like the 2 litre ones,
Yeah.
and fill it with water and then put some juice in it. Like, right, done. There we go. Because I just don't enjoy just drinking straight water. It's not nice. But yeah, you do pee a lot. It's like you pee after every game, pretty much.
Precisely. Well, my bottle is empty now. I had to prioritize, and bathroom was definitely more important than more water. So,
Oh, wow. Hang on. Oh, this is cool. That Shen was bronze last season.
Oh, what?
And he's plat
Wait,
one.
what?
He was bronze last season and he's plat one.
Wow, a lot of work in the preseason, I guess.
I might have just started the game.
Here we go. Into the game. Rearrange people. However, maybe.
I'm calling Fiddle Top.
You're calling Fiddle top, Zyro is mid, and Thresh support. Yeah, that's... It sounds good. It sounds good.
Well, like I said, Fiddle against Shen, it should work out in Fiddle's favour massively. Because ECS is about as crap as Shen does, so.
Zyro against Ziggs?
Yeah, well, Zyro top barrier, so I expect it to be going mid. Because the barrier's just to block the all-in, but here's an engage.
Grasping Roots did miss onto Vi, so Vi's going to be safe for now. Going to be able to walk away. The standard thrown over the wall from Jarvan. Another bouncing bomb lands from Ziggs, but nothing more going to happen here. Both teams just going to retreat.
Yeah, nothing more going to come of that, really. Everyone's going to back away. Tried for an early engage, got spied. Everything's good, so Jarvan going to be starting his red by the looks of it. Or maybe a late engage by the way they're all positioned.
Red team might be looking for this. They have a nice amount of the CC. The Shadow Dash out of Shen, of course. Great tool for early engages.
Well, it's not bad if they do go for it, because Shen does have TP, so he's not really going to miss anything in the top lane. Fiddle's already going up there. So we'll see if this late engage is going to go down by the looks of it.
We do have the red team now moving into the Tribush area. They're still waiting around. We're only 1 minute 30 into the game, so the buff isn't spawning yet, and they go all the way around, are now currently at the golems, and we may see a ward thrown over that would tell their position, though, and Leona is walking around the side. They're going to be spotted now. Jinx has to run away. No, they try to go for Jarvan. Flash forced out with the Zenith Blade. Now Jinx and Thresh trying to run away. All the wards thrown out from the red team, from the blue team, though, so they're just going to be safe.
Big panic flash from Jarvan there. The Leona stun did miss in the end. The Zenith Blade did miss, so he could walk away. Zenith Blade misses again. Damage still going down, though. They're still fighting.
They're going back in. There's a nice flay out of Thresh, keeps them safe, and the red buff is indeed picked up by Jarvan. The red team is still not done here. They're still hanging around, but now it's a 3 versus 3 and a red buff on Jarvan. They do get pushed out. Lucian running away towards this lane.
Yeah, they split, and I think it was bad overall for Lucian. He might be able to get away from this, but he's going to eat some damage in the back by the looks of it. Big waste of time there for the red team, because Vi's been really delayed in the jungle by almost a minute by the time this blue buff goes down. So all that harass comes to naught, and it looks like Jarvan's looking for an opportunity mid.
Jarvan is currently coming around, and if the Grasping Roots land, there's a standard, and it does force the flash away from Ziggs.
Nice game from Jarvan there. Very early on, puts the pressure on, and now Ziggs, without that flash, he can just come again in the end. And we can already see Jarvan looking for an opportunity either to or to steal this red, knowing that Vi was delayed at that level 1.
And it really put Vi far behind, and Leona as well now coming down to the bot lane, and Jarvan is going to have all the time in the world to pick up that red buff for himself. Zyra actually coming around to help that out a bit. Just going to go back to the mid lane though.
Yeah, good decision just to give us a cover in case Ziggs did disappear off the map. But Jarvan should be able to pick this one up. Nice engaging bottom though.
Oh, right. The Zenith Blade came out, and Thresh and Jinx actually have to be careful here. Does look like they're just going to be trading back and forth a bit. The early level 2, of course, in favor of the blue team there.
Oh, Jarvan in mid. Look for the shooting.
Jarvan in mid with a slide in again. Jinx already very low. The red buff is still on him. I don't think they'll get the kill though. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, another Zenith Blade going very deep from Leona. Caught on the Flame Choppers, is going to be able to survive the Lucian now very low as well. Have to push back the minion wave. Nobody goes down, but a lot of action across the lanes. And now Jarvan actually may get caught out here by Vi, who's looking around the blue buff area. and maybe able to catch him out.
Well, this could be an interesting situation because Vi's going to wait for him to start this. He's pulled it in the bush nicely though, but Jarvan's got red buff even though he has no mana. Going to be an interesting smite wall this. I don't think Jarvan has his smite available. Yes, he does. Going to be a big one, but that red buff doing work.
And Zyra coming around the side as well. The red buff doing so much work. The flash from Vi, failing giving first blood over to Jarvan. He's going to be quite happy picking that one up. That was Vi trying to recoup the damage that she had received in the early game.
Well, Jarvan, what happened there was Jarvan reset the buff on purpose so he wouldn't take aggro anymore, so he could fight if need be. Vi picked up that aggro and it really caused a big issue for her in that jungle, and that's why she ended up dying. The fail flash not helping either, but it wouldn't have been any good to her anyway. She still would have been in a bad situation.
We see more trades coming out in the top lane. The fear was there, the life drain as well, as you mentioned earlier. Fiddle doing a nice job on that one.
Yeah, Fiddle should be able to take control of this lane completely. There's not a whole lot Shen can do against it when the fear comes out, followed by the drain. The only thing you can do is taunt into it afterwards, after the fear comes off cooldown, just to stop the damage from the drain, and then try and put some pressure back on him because all his stuff will be on cooldown. We'll have to see if he can get to that stage though.
Fiddle is pushing at that wave aggressively once he's level 6. Maybe looking for a little bit of extra action, and Leona had gone back. Oh, there's Fiddlesticks actually going in. The Ignite is down. The Dark Wind did enough damage combined with the life drain, and Fiddlesticks picking up a kill for himself.
Yeah, the Ignite was put on just as before. You can Ignite during the drain, it doesn't cancel your drain. So that's what he did there, just to secure that kill for himself. Shen just went a bit too deep. Did burn the flash as well and still went down, so unfortunate for him. He's going to have a really tough lane because he's going to have to build magic resistance earlier than he probably wanted to in that lane, I think, to try and survive it. He generally just wants to go for that Sunfire Cape early on. But it's not going to be the best thing for him. Probably going to need that Sunfire Cape, Sunfire Cape very early. Sorry, the Spirit Visage very early.
We do see Leona trying to go in, use the Zenith Blade, but the nice flay, and then in the mid lane fighting here, barrier popped by both the mid lane players, but the plants were not enough, and Ziggs picks up the kill, return kill coming out from Zyra with that passive, nicely done. Bot lane maybe looking for a fight, Zenith Blade misses though.
Yeah, Zyra did a lot of work down there, because that Rise of Thorns did a lot of damage, but that fight bottom's continuing, nope, the hook does miss.
Lucian now with a nice amount of damage traded back. Flame misses as well. Is he still going to go for it? Yes, with a rocket back from Jinx. And there's the Zenith Blade landing. Finally, his Shield of Daybreak came in as well. But Lucian, for a change, too far away, wasn't able to hit. And now Fiddlesticks in the top lane used the ultimate Shen, able to dash out of that though. He's going to be safe as well.
Yeah, Thresh did a good job down in that bottom lane, blocking the Ardent Blaze from Lucian, which would have picked up the kill more than likely onto Jinx because the barrier was down. Jinx is still hanging around there, wants to pick up that CS, but she's realised the error of her ways now. She's trying to back out.
And she has to go back. The longer she hangs around behind the tower, she cancelled the recall again. And that's just going to delay her and just cause her to miss farm because she's not going to be able to stick around too much longer with only that Doran's Blade.
Well, she's very lucky that the red team did recall because she's going to be able to pick up the CS and not lose too much from that. She will be able to recall after the lane resets because bottom lane's, recalling. Relieves the pressure down there. So not too much to worry about. Meanwhile, Jarvan mid, nope, looking for an opportunity. Didn't come.
Yeah, he came around the side, was spotted out fairly early by Ziggs. He used a satchel charge to get away. Not too much pressure there for now.
Yeah, Shen's really in a bit of trouble in this top lane now. He's only got a regrowth bead and the null magic mantle, so he's got a bit of sustain, but not enough that's going to keep the pressure off. When Fiddle's just come back with a needlessly large rod, it's going to be a big problem for this top lane. Going to have to see Vi coming up here very, very soon.
And Vi has to make a bigger impact in this game. She's a fairly high damage early jungler, and she's really not been able to make much happen. Jarvan out jungling her so far.
Yeah, Vi fell really early behind because of that invade on the red that just went terribly forward. There was nothing they could really do from that. Nice hook from Thresh bottom though.
He was trying to get Lucian into the tower, didn't quite manage. Lucian and Leona now having to back off. Jinx is finally able to be back in the lane now. If she had been there, that could have been a lot more damage coming out of that hook. Now,
so
Vi looking towards the top lane.
Yeah, we do see Vi in the top lane trying to put some pressure on.
She did manage to sneak into the bush, but there's a ward, so I don't think anything much will happen. But the hook lands in the bottom lane, and this may be the fight for Jinx and Thresh. The Flame Choppers caught out Leona, but they're still going for it. The zap lands onto Lucian. Lucian now has to run away. It's pretty low. The Flay landed. The Ignite is down as well. Barrier is popped by him. Is he going to go down here? He flashes as well, but the Ignite still picks him up after the barrier runs out. And now the Stand United comes in from Shen onto Leona. The Ignite was down onto Jinx as well. Is she going to be able to get away? Nice zap there to slow Leona down a bit, and she's going to survive for now. No, the Zenith Blade comes through the Flame Choppers. It's still not going to be enough. Nice flash from Jinx with the barrier. They're keeping herself safe, and the return kill actually onto Thresh. Meanwhile, Jarvan in the jungle was able to pick up Vi as well.
Yeah, that ignite from Thresh was huge onto Lucian. He went through the whole barrier. Barrier went on cooldown, he still carried. Meanwhile, mid lane, Flash was burnt from Ziggs there, just surviving. But bottom, we saw some amazing plays. Thresh did really good work with that hook onto Leona to allow Jinx to pick up that second kill. And
Jarvan in the mid lane there, under the tower, is trying to dive that. Oh, the super mega death rocket! Wow.
Big plays from the blue team. Now, blue team in full control of this one. It looks like Fiddle's looking for an opportunity to catch someone out in the jungle as well. Probably pick up this Vi if they're not careful.
That was just a huge series of plays. Now 7-1 in kills with a decent sized gold lead of about 3,000 gold, but more importantly, they got kills onto important members of the team. Jinx getting one there with the super mega death rocket, and they just stole away the blue buff as well. Jarvan going to be able to walk away.
Yeah, nice smite from Jarvan there, just securing it. I couldn't get in range quick enough and realise what was going on. So not much of it. Fiddles though, he's starting that bush at the race for a very long time, looking for an opportunity. Still nothing comes of it at the moment, so he's just going to take these race and hope for an opportunity in mid on the Ziggs, which I think is what we're about to see shortly. Nope, we're not, because I was recalled.
No, exactly, Zara just going back to base, should have a nice amount of gold, is going to go shopping with that. 1,200, so she's going to be quite happy. And Fiddlesticks going back to the top lane.
Yep, Fiddle should be fine going back top lane. He didn't really miss much overall in that. The wave did push the tower, so it was really Shen that lost more from that, from the ultimate that he did bottom lane, and which didn't really do anything in the end. It didn't save anybody, so unfortunate for Shen. Didn't use the teleport though. Still has the cooldown available for that, which is good, so he will be able to influence the map still while his Stan United is on cooldown. Ziggs putting some nice pressure on mid.
His teleport is back up in about 15 seconds, I believe. He used it earlier to get back to the lane after being pressured out by
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks, so it's close to being back. Is Thresh looking for an opportunity in mid lane, but Zyra had just gone around to blue buff, so he's not going to be able to get that yet. Jinx is also there. Doesn't
Yeah,
look
just
like
trying to apply some pressure. Nice fight in top lane though. Fiddle's taking a bit of damage from Shen, realising what to do now against this Fiddle lane.
Finally, he did get the Shadow Dash, and Jarvan comes in. Nice knock up onto Shen, but Vi is around the corner as well. The Vault Breaker coming in. The Dark Wind silencing both of them for long enough, and the Cataclysm comes out. Flash Force from Vi, and here's the Fiddlesticks ultimate. They go onto the tower, and Shen actually Shadow Dashed into that, got himself killed, and now Vi in a whole world of trouble. That Ignite finishes her off, and Fiddlesticks was actually able to flash out of the tower range as well.
That Dark Wind was fantastic, but Shen making a really bad decision by going in for the taunt onto Jarvan to try and save Vi. It cost him his life as well, because it got him in range of the Crow Storm. Terribly, terribly done in the top lane. So red team really with the backs against the wall now, and blue team in full control.
And they're looking for more in the bottom lane. Thresh moving forward, the Lantern to get Jinx there, but they weren't quite able to catch onto the red team. Just backing off again.
Yeah, we're already at 5k gold advantage to the blue team. It's only 11 minutes in. It's such a big lead. And the whole of the red team's jungle has just been taken away by Jarvan and Fiddle as well. So Vi's just getting further and further behind. That invade at level 1 just cost them so much. They put him on the back front from the very beginning, especially when Jarvan realised that and went and took the red.
Jarvan with a nice place there in the early game. And Zyra now in full control of the mid lane as well, just keeps poking Ziggs down so low. She's still behind in CS, but she's got the poke advantage for most of this, and now with the added map pressure from the rest of the blue team, should be quite happily farming in that lane.
Yeah, definitely. This game's all been on the back front since the very start. Since the Vi to go in to try and take the red buff, the blue buff.
They're diving in mid lane. Nice damage coming out. The Strangle Thorns beautifully, but the Satchel Charge was enough to get him out from under the tower. Shen's shield coming in as well. Yeah,
really well placed Satchel Charge there, as well as the Stan United did a lot to prevent that damage from ending Ziggs' life there. So trying to like stop the rot, so to speak, at the moment. We'll have to see as this continues, because the backs really are against the wall.
They are against the wall, and they're looking for a little bit of an engagement in bot lane. Maybe not. Thresh just putting a couple of hits onto Leona. Both of the junglers are moving down here as well. This could be a bait, but Leona taking a lot of free damage. Jarvan coming around. Nice solo flare. Catching out Jinx, but the damage is back onto Leona, and she's going very low. Slowed down by the box as well. The rocket actually hitting Lucian instead of Leona, and that saves her life for now. The culling coming out. Nobody going to go down yet.
Yeah, I think what happened there was Leona saw Vi waiting in the wings and thought she was going around, but she was too busy doing the white and didn't actually get any damage off. Turns up late to the fight now, but they're still looking for some aggression.
Thresh throwing over the Lantern for Jarvan, and they do go in. Nice flash there. They do get the knock up onto Vi, but that's all they're going to get because minions and Jinx weren't there yet. Now the Flay and the hook not going to be able to land. Vi going to be able to dash out of that one. Yeah,
Lucian did really well with his pursuit there, just to juke out that flag drag from Jarvan, which caused a lot of issues to begin with. But it was really nice play from Jarvan and Thresh in that bottom lane, put extra pressure on, and they do pick up that tower, be able to push on to the next one.
Indeed, by pushing out all the members of the red team, they just have so much free time now in order to put some damage onto that tower. Thresh taking a little bit of damage. Red team could counter-engage. The Assault and Battery comes in. There's the Zenith Blade as well, but it does look like the blue team... Oh, no, the Shield of Daybreak after the flash from Leona. The Ignite is still on. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Lucian flashes over the wall as well. Ziggs, meanwhile, in the mid lane, trying to pick up Zyra. Not quite there yet. Now, where's Lucian? Spectator, what are you doing there? Nice bouncing bomb at the very end to finalize that kill. And now the red team not quite in position to pick up a dragon as Vi is still in base, but it was a beautiful fight by them.
Ping's going down. Fiddlesticks just pinged the red buff to say it's up at the moment. And it looks like he's waiting for somebody to come and pick that one up. So we could see Fiddle against Vi now.
Vi is walking straight into that bush. Is going to get caught out. There's this Dark Wind to silence her. No fear coming out yet, and she actually does a lot of damage back onto Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks now running away. Jarvan is coming around as well, but so is Shen. Fiddlesticks finally with the life drain. Nice knock-up, and here's the Mega Inferno Bomb. Doesn't really do anything. And blue team picking up the kill onto Vi there.
Yeah, that Fiddlesticks was a really good bait from him in the top lane there. He basically acted like he was really scared, and because Jarvan was in the area, he knew that. He just waited to adjust the position so Jarvan could get in range before landing the fear to chain the CC onto that Vi and pick up that kill. Really nicely played there by Fiddlesticks.
Now he's moving up to the top lane. Not much going to happen there, but in the mid lane, actually Thresh coming around, trying to land the death sentence onto Ziggs. Does land it onto Leona, but that's not the target he was looking for. Nothing more going to happen here. Could go for Dragon.
All over them. Well, they could go for Dragon at this stage. They're in a good position. There's not a lot they can do, but lots of pings going down. Jarvan's trying to take away this blue buff. This could be the fact that the red team need if they can do this right.
My Skype seems to have died, as usual.
Has it?
No, I can hear you again. But
okay.
There was a fight. Nice Super Mega Death Rocket finally picking up Vi at the very end of that, and Jarvan's still going to survive for now. Nope. Shen picks him up. Ziggs was able to get out as well, and now Zyra and Thresh in a little bit of trouble. They have to be careful here. Lucian still does a nice amount of damage, but he's so low that he can't really fight it. Now from behind, Ziggs still moving back in. They're trying to pick up Shen. They're not quite able to. Ziggs still waiting back there. Is maybe going to be picked up by Fiddlesticks, who's now coming around. He has to be careful. Jinx just going to take down that tower for the time being, and now Fiddlesticks chasing onto Ziggs. Ziggs does look like he's going to be fine. No, the Crowstorm over the wall with a flash. Barrier not enough either. Ziggs going down.
Yeah, really nicely played there. It did put the red team, gave the red team a bit of an advantage to get themselves back in this game. But the problem is they were so far behind at this stage that fight didn't go great for them. I mean, a couple of kills picked up, but not going to be much because they're going to lose. They lost bomb, second tier turret, and they're going to lose this mid one as well by the looks of it. As Jinx does come around for the peel. Vi's not going to be able to stop this one. She needs to be careful.
Vi needs to be very careful. A single fear from Fiddle could have incited that fight. Instead, they're going to retreat. Look for that Baron. Dragon, of course. As they currently have a nice numbers advantage. Shen up in the top lane, Ziggs still in base. There is a teleport on Shen, so he could theoretically go there, but they're not even trying to contest it despite having vision. That Dragon going over to the blue team completely uncontested.
Yeah, the team's not in a position to do anything about this. You just have to give away buffs and just try and survive and keep farming, because it's the only way to catch back up now is just wait for the enemy team to make mistakes. They're so far behind at this stage, I can't see really any other way for them to get back into it as Jarvan goes aggressive.
Jarvan goes very far all by himself, and a nice Lantern actually gets him out. The auto attack was still following, and now the Assault and Battery onto Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks now pretty low. The life drain saving him for the time being. Rest of the team coming around. Ziggs is very low. The teleport coming in from Shen as well, and actually the kill came out, and there's the teleport dash onto Jinx. Nice taunt. And now Thresh with another death sentence onto Vi is going to have to run away though. The Vault Breaker is charged and she goes very far. Almost gets Jarvan. Is going to go down instead though. Nicely done by the blue team.
As we just said about throwing, it's the only way they can really lose this game, and blue team have just made a good job of that. Jarvan went too aggressive alone, baited in Fiddlesticks, and then after Fiddlesticks got baited in, he ended up baiting in Jinx because he was going to die, so Jinx turned up. The teleport and the taunt, it caused everything. So it was a game of who could bait the hardest from the blue team there, and it's really put the red team with an opportunity to take down this middle turret, try and even things up a little bit.
That's exactly what they were looking for, but the Stranglethorns came out, and Leona going very deep, flash coming out of Zyra. She is going to be safe for the time being. No, Lucian actually gets caught by the death sentence under the tower, standing in the box as well, so he's slowed down, taking a huge amount of damage, does pick up the kill onto Zyra, is going to get taken out in return. Now can Jinx get onto Ziggs? Doesn't look like it. The bouncing bomb lands. She's still chasing, and Leona actually going back around with the Zenith Blade. Doesn't have mana for the Shield of Daybreak though, and now Jinx just losing a little bit of HP is going to back off. Oh, Thresh, you're trying to die, but he still survives. And now the Shadow Dash onto Jarvan. Jarvan with the Cataclysm tried to get Ziggs. He was able to jump out of it now. The Mega Inferno Bomb actually picks up Thresh. He had no way to get out of that. Didn't pay attention, didn't see it. He had it flash up. Didn't use it though.
Yeah, downtown, big plays there, right there for the red team. Red team really have a chance now because the blue team have turned it into a bit of a game of two halves now. They've really given an opportunity. The gold lead only 7k. That taunt does miss from Shen in the middle lane, but aggression still going on from Vi.
Vi still very, very powerful. They're running right into the backlines and now has to get away. The red buff still on her. The flash came out of Jarvan. Is Vi going to go down here? The red buff still ticking away. No, she's going to survive. For now.
Barely survived, but that's what they need. They just need these opportunities where they just survive these team fights and get themselves back in this one. This game could go either way right now. Quite surprisingly how it was a few minutes ago, that's for sure.
Indeed, and Fiddlesticks almost gets caught out there. Zenith Blade missing though, for the time being. Ziggs coming around. Nice amount of damage, but the Fear came out as well, and there's the Solar Flare. Ziggs taking a lot of damage, but the Stan United comes in as well. Fiddlesticks completely caught out, gets taken down very, very quickly. Zyra just over the wall, not able to do enough.
Really nice solar flare from Leona there. That really saved Ziggs' life and turned that into a kill. Shen Stan United a bit unneeded, I feel, overall, but it was at least a save, and it also gives him that big assist he needs to try and catch himself back up, because at the moment he's really far behind. Only 71 CS to Fiddlesticks is 113, and he's only got a giant spell and the Ruby Crystal finish so far.
The team fight's slowly starting to turn in the red team's favor. They've just been coordinating well, barely surviving the important things. They may be looking for another one here. Very tense. Vi against Jarvan in the jungle. Nice smite by Jarvan though, and here's the Vault Breaker onto him. Vi still chasing him down. The Salt and Battery actually coming out. The Mega Inferno Bomb trying to pick up the kill, but he still survives for now. Now the rest of the team is here, and Vi actually has to back off. Jinx putting down the Flame Choppers. Both of the teams surviving for now. Lucian looking for more damage onto Jinx, actually gets caught out, but that sentence Barry not enough. Does get taken out, and the Bouncing Bomb across the wall. Nice damage onto the blue team, but they did pick up the kill there.
That hook from Thresh was huge, really turned that around and picked up that Lucian, so it was a 1-for-0 trade in the end. Jarvan did barely survive. Chose not to take the lantern, but Zyra's being quite aggressive in this mid.
And she did get taunted onto the tower, takes a lot of damage, but now Jinx trying to pick up the kills, not quite able to do it. They were tanking the towers. Blue team has to back off now. The red team with low blinking HP bars is not going to be able to do anything about saving the middle tower.
No, we're going to drop a tier 2 tower in the middle now. 16-9 in favour of the blue team. These fights are going backwards and forwards, and that was another situation there where it went one team through, the other team through. It's Game of Throws right now. And Dragon should be respawning in the next minute and a half, so we'll probably see a few recalls now, especially with these HP bars.
Game of Throws all over the place. The red team now going to have to see what advantages they can still grab for themselves. Of course, Ziggs with that Death Cabin, the Fiend's Unholy Grail is doing a nice amount of damage, but in order to do so, he needs to sit untouched in the backlines and throw out all his explosives. If he's not able to do so, the blue team will actually still win out the team fight.
Yeah, there's the opportunity at the moment. Just looking over gold, we've seen Vi. Look at Vi. Vi CS, 60 CS at the moment. She's not had the greatest of games, 0 and 6. I mean, Jarvan is only 74, but engaging in the middle again.
Oh, the Death Sentence lands onto Ziggs, and he's not going to be able to get away from this one. Still throws out the Mega Inferno Bomb. Not going to be able to do anything, though. Jinx picking up another kill.
Yeah, Thresh having a fantastic game at the moment. He's really making some big plays. 2-1 and 6 at the moment. Has completed his Sightstone at the moment, and has the Talisman as well that we just saw get used. Really useful item for the supports nowadays. And engaging mid. At the moment, Leona caught out.
Leona getting completely caught out there in the jungle. Nice solo flare though, and Lucian trying to put back a little bit of damage. Does get caught out by the Death Sentence. Nice knockup from Jarvan as well, but the damage isn't quite there. He has to flash off the wall. He's gonna survive for the time being. No, Jarvan following that up. Meanwhile, in top lane, Zyra picking up a double kill, both onto Vi and Leona. Shen onto the tower, used his Shadow Dash already. Now he's gonna get dove and knock up Death Sentence, death.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Shadow, the taunt. He did the taunt to get himself out of some damage, but then put himself in a worse situation. Could have looked to trying to get over the wall or something from that position, especially with his flash available, but not much he could really do against the whole team that's around him, and now the pressure from blue team on this top and middle lane.
Fiddlesticks going over the wall with the Crowstorm. Nice satchel charge knocking him right away, and there's the Fear with a flash out of Fiddlesticks. Beautiful Death Sentence once again. Thresh just making it happen.
Yeah, the flash from Fiddlesticks was huge there. Nice satchel charge. As you said, the satchel nearly saved him in that situation. Oh, that flay was huge!
The flay from Thresh once again. And the red team not quite done yet. Vi looking for another initiation, but the recall wasn't interrupted. Nothing more going to come of this.
Well, that tower does go down in the top lane, so expose inhibitor, and they're trying to push on mid at the moment. It's Jarvan. Nice damage from Zyra again. They need to really consider about going back here, blue team, because if they overstay the well a bit too long, their health bars are kind of low, so a team fight wouldn't necessarily go in their favour. They've got a lot of gold in the bank. They should really look at going to spend it. Most of them are well over 1,000. Thresh's out on 2.5k at the moment, and he's still not gone back to buy.
Especially on his support, 2,500 gold is huge, and does look like they're finally doing so, and it'll give the red team another small opportunity to recuperate from that last fight, push out the waves again before having to possibly fight for that Baron.
Well, we do say recuperate, but I don't think that's going to be the case, because once these people go back and buy, they're going to have a bigger issue to deal with next time. And the way these fights are going now, it's all blue team's way. By the looks of it, Thresh is in base at the moment. What's he going to pick up? He's considering his options. He's got too much gold. He's like, what do I get? He does get a Spectre's Cowl, so going through a bit of magic resistance. Going to help him out against this Ziggs, because Ziggs is going to do a lot of damage to him, especially for a support. Infinity Edge picked up by Jinx as well, so Infinity Edge Bloodthirster combo for her, as well as that Zeal.
That's a very painful Jinx at this point already. I would have expected either really a straight up attack speed item or armor penetration. I think both of those would have been very nice for her, but instead, going for that Infinity Edge, it's probably better in an extended fighting situation, and now both teams tiptoeing around one another, but Baron is up and the blue team almost within a positional advantage right now.
Yeah, they've got a good opportunity because they've got decent wards in the jungle for the time being, and Shen's going to have to keep that lane in the top lane busy because he can't let it push to the Nexus. Otherwise, you know, they're going to lose that Nexus turret for free to just minions, and they can't have that happen. So, blue team just going to try and put the pressure on, look for a fight. Obviously, with Fiddlesticks and Zyra, that AoE is going to be really disgusting in the jungle. Got to be really careful here.
And Jarvan fighting it out with Vi already, just a little bit. Leona clearing out the ward in that bush, and now Thresh in a little bit of trouble. Jarvan going all the way in the back lane. Nice Cataclysm onto Ziggs, but he gets out with Satchel Charge and the Stand United. Now Leona in a whole world of trouble. Beautiful Solar Flare right onto there, and the Crowstorm from Fiddle doing so much beautiful Zhonya's just in time. He was almost taken out right before. Is going to get picked up by the Bouncing Bomb afterwards, but that's currently a 4-for-1 trade in favor of the blue team.
We just said Fiddlesticks' Crowstorm and Stranglethorn from Zyra together will do a lot of damage AoE, and we just saw how much damage that just did. That was ridiculous. The best thing is Jinx picked up all those kills with the Super Death Rocket, and now it's only Ziggs left alive. Is the hook going to come out? Nope, the Satchel Charge does. Yes.
Oh, that zap though. It's going to be enough. Oh, the barrier. No, it's not going to be enough. There we go.
Super. Long range rocket takes that one off. So they should be able to get some damage on this tower, but the team has respawned. The respawn time is still low. Only 26 minutes in the game. They're not going to get anything else out of that.
The most entertaining thing about that fight, in my opinion, was Jarvan actually walking over Ziggs bombs after the fight was already over, suiciding completely, getting himself killed for no reason at all, other than, you know, having a little bit of fun. But yeah, now Baron and Dragon still up.
Well, they are still up at the moment, and blue team's got a recall, so there's an opportunity for Dragon for the red team, but they don't really realise it. Fire's too busy trying to resecure a blue buff at the moment, and Zyra's already in a position to try and have a little look and see if they are doing Dragon and that blue buff. But that fight, generally what happened is red team's coordination with skills doesn't seem to be on point at the moment. Stand United was used by Shen onto Ziggs, who got very, very low. However, Ziggs was safe because he did Satchel Charge himself out, but that puts Shen in a really bad position to try and re-engage with the taunt, which is generally what Shens want to do when they use that Stand United. But Vi cut out of position here by both the APs.
Fiddlesticks trying to make a move onto her, but for now she's still going to be safe. Is she able to run away? Yes, the field goes onto a minion, so she's just going to be able to run.
Minion phase, the future. It's what you do to reduce damage and make sure the lane pushes in your favour. Fear those caster minions, remember that, boys and girls. The diamond players do it, so should you.
Next level strats over here as the Dragon is currently being done by Fiddlesticks, and he'll be able to do that. Assault and Battery coming in, the nice Soul Flare as well. Zyra completely caught out of position, is going to go down very, very quickly there.
Yeah, didn't even get a chance to use the Stranglethorn there. She made a bad mistake going too deep. Didn't see the whole team just hiding around the corner. As Shen goes a bit deep on his own here, his team are picking him back. Nothing else we're going to do.
They're currently in a 5v4 situation with Jarvan off in the top lane. They're either going to have to take care of Jarvan sooner or later, or make a big fight happen in this bottom lane to compensate, because that inhibitor is exposed.
What are you doing, Fid? Fiddle's looking for an opportunity. I just saw him as Jarvan's pushing this top lane, and someone's going to have to go up there and deal with him soon. Because if not, he's going to get a free Nexus, and we can see Ziggs already swinging around there, creating a 4v4 bottom.
With Ziggs
sorry, a
moving
3v4
up.
bottom.
3v4. For now.
Yeah. I should learn to math.
Still back. How to math with Hinuman, the greatest caster on earth.
Thank you.
Ah.
Oh,
You know, a little bit of
Leona looking for an opportunity though on this Jarvan, who's now out of position.
Jarvan all by himself. The Shield of Daybreak does come in, a nice amount of damage from Ziggs. That Satchel Charge not quite knocking him away, and Jarvan going to be able to slice... no, wait, Slice and Dice was another champion.
Flag and Drag.
Flag and Drag, that's the combination I was looking for. So the blue team may still get themselves caught here.
Well, they did get caught out. There was a ward in that bush Thresh just walked through, so they know where the team is, and they know Fiddlesticks was around. Jarvan had to recall because of his low health, so this could be a good situation for Red Team to look for a fight. But Lucian's not with them. He's bottom.
Yeah, Lucian not with his team there, and Zyro is able to walk away, luckily. Just barely. So it's going to be another standoff in the mid lane, for now. He's going to make the
nice
mistake.
damage from Ziggs onto Fiddle. Fiddle's getting a bit low now. He's got to be careful, going to have to go drain.
He's either going to have to go drain or risk going down at the very start of the team fight before he can even use his Zanya's Hourglass. And that's not where you want to be as that Fiddlesticks that wants to jump right into the middle of the enemy team, so he actually has to recall now.
What's Jarvan doing? Crazy. Jarvan
with the initiation. Fiddlesticks had just gone back, but they do go for the initiation. He goes on to Ziggs. Ziggs going very, very low. Thresh was only able to initiate onto Shen though, and here's the Super Mega Death Rocket. Now Assault and Battery get back onto Vi. No, wait. Vi using the Assault and Battery is going to be able to survive and completely disengage the red team, doing a nice job of surviving there, but the blue team lucky they didn't get taken out.
Well, that just shows how far ahead they are at the moment. We can see the gold lead and the kill lead and the tower lead as well. Everything is a lead for the blue team, and that's what it shows because of that amount of damage that's gone on. Zyro's just doing work!
Lucian, just able to survive with that barrier, is going to be able to walk away, but this is barren for the blue team here.
Yeah, they're just so strong right now. Fiddle's going to be able to tank this up and tank for his team forever. You know, Fiddlesticks with Drain, has his Zonyas and the Rubberduns, and now it looks like Leon's going to be the next one to drop by the looks of it. At least some nice damage being put on.
It's Baron for the blue team, and now the blue team may be looking for an engagement. Talisman of Ascension used by Thresh. They're coming around the side. The Grasping Roots only landing on Shen, not Lucian though. But here's the Death Sentence, not landing, but a lot of damage across everyone. Shen going very, very low, Vi going very low, and Shen actually going in with a Shadow Dash. There's damage from Lucian coming back around, and Zyro Wind silencing them, chasing onto Lucian. Is Lucian? Yes, he is going to go down from the bounces. And now Shen in the whole world of trouble is going to go down as well. Double kill for Fiddlestick so far. Jinx is currently chasing down Ziggs. She's going to be able to pick that one up, just barely surviving the counter damage.
That should be GG for the blue team now. That game was crazy, backwards and forwards. The red team did have an opportunity at one stage or another because the blue team did start to throw a little bit, but in the end, everything was in their favour. That Fiddlesticks pick into Shen is definitely an interesting one for future reference because it did really shut him down and late, not allow him to do anything whatsoever.
Crowstorm coming out. Is he still going to be able to pick up another kill onto Leona? Yes, they will. That goes over to Jinx, and now Vi, in a whole world of trouble as well, is going to be able to dash onto the fountain, and that's going to be the second Nexus Tower going down, and the Nexus is sure to follow in just a few seconds.
Well played by the blue team there overall. They did have better coordination overall than the red team, and that's why they deserve the victory.
Indeed. You are correct.
Yes, I am.
Isn't it a nice feeling?
What, to be correct? I'm always correct. I'm never wrong.
Precisely. Whenever, except if I'm correct, and you're saying something else. Then you're wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
That was fun.
How did you find that?
Fun. I need to, I was still noticing that often I was being like, oh, wait, I can't talk. I have to wait until afterwards. And I noticed that a couple times, but I think that's, in the end, mostly a matter of practice.
One thing you'll get with me, right, is because I'm experienced doing colour and play-by-play, I know how to lead you into a fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I see a fight breaking out, I'll call it for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was really nice.
Well, it's something that colours need to do more, and they don't do it enough. If you watch the pro colours do it, they do it. Like, Jat's really good at it. And it's leading them into the fight so you can actually see what's going on and just let you have something to talk about straight away. Like, you know, for me saying, Lucian getting caught out. Yeah, Lucian is getting caught out really badly, you know, and just lead straight into the play-by-play. But your play-by-play is actually really strong. I'm really surprised that they've not got you on play-by-play. I don't know why you're doing colour. Not that your colour's bad, I just don't think you are colour. You're play-by-play. You've got a big mouth.
I've got a big mouth. I'm talking a lot, always.
If you have a big mouth, you should be doing play-by-play, generally.
Is that so?
Generally, yeah.
That's why Quickshot's doing play-by-play.
Well, Quickshot was an interesting case because he was one of the only people that ever got recruited into Riot and got knowledge by solo casting. He's the only one to ever do anything solo casting because he started doing Go for Lols casting on his own, and people picked him up and noticed him. He also has the advantage of the accent because it's an unusual accent that not
Yeah,
many people
that's
hear,
true.
so it does benefit him as well. However, you should be in a great position because you are German and you've got an American accent. You should be fine as well. No, no, do you know what I mean? Because it's
I
quite
mean
hard.
that German with the American accent. You know who I mean. That German guy.
Yeah, well, you got that going for you, first of all. But at the same time, you've got to take into account that a lot of Europeans generally get frowned upon because of the way they speak English. Like, not it's very, very negative and derogatory way, to be honest, that some people view it. But, like, people... Do you remember, is it Daniel Klein? I think his name is. The guy... What's his name? I've forgotten it. We were discussing it today. Yeah, Daniel Klein, isn't it? I've forgotten his right name. The German...
Yeah, right. Xenon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xenon. Thank you. I couldn't remember his right game name. But Xenon got viewed derogatively because of the fact that his knowledge wasn't the greatest, but he was a fun caster and he was fun to listen to. But the problem is that a lot of people don't like the way he spoke because he didn't speak pure English. You know what I mean? Like, really straight up English. He had a European accent to it, and people have that as a turn-off, which I really hate because there's some really good European casters, and you've got a benefit there that you don't have that with your English.
Yeah.
So it's a bonus to you. Plus, you can look at doing some German casts too.
It's
that's
really hard though. It is so hard. I've done it only once.
Yeah.
The only thing I've really done in German is 1v1s and 2v2s at the Meltdown Berlin esports bar. That's
Okay.
fine, because it's just a 1v1. You don't have to do anything. And I was always alone. But when I would actually try to do a fight like this, I could do it in German, but I have to do all the champion names and items in English. Because I don't know them in German. They're so weird. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
I don't. I have like I said, I've got a German friend, and he started playing League. He's not great at the game at all. I think he's like bronze. He's like Wood 12 or something like that. He's not even good enough for ranked at the moment. He struggles with bots. But he said like all the item names are in German in the client until he changed it to English because it was like I don't even know what this item is. What is it? And I'm like I don't know. Like he said it in German. I'm like what's that? I was like I don't know. And I said translate, and he went something to do with fire and cloak. And I went some fire cape. And they went, yeah, maybe, that sounds about right. I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Some of them are really weird. And not all of them make sense either from the way it's translated. That's the worst. Like, whatever.
Right,
I've
we've
never
got a
had
meeting
the
now.
client on German. I have to play a nice amount of games on a German client, and then I could probably start switching over. It's a whole different item and ability set to remember, though, in a different language.
Right, I'm going to AFK and I'll see you in Raid Call in a second then, yeah?
Oh, right.
I need
It's
to
4
pee
minutes.
and then this is the meeting. So,
Yeah.
back. See you now.
I'll be right back.
Bye.